Rod, obviously, disappointing result. What did you make of the performance?
To believe it or not, I thought the boys had a go. It's just been a problem that we concede soft goals. And if you look at that today, I don't think they've worked hard enough for their goals. I thought the first one that went in, we allowed the ball to come in the box too easy, and you'd have felt we may have dealt with that, but we didn't. And then the other two are just, I think one's been hit from a free kick. He's hit it quite well. I felt it was a nice one to show for the cameras. That we should have saved that, in my opinion. I don't know if it's come through the wall or whatever, so I only get first view on that. And then the second one was another weak free kick that I felt the referee gave a lot of weak free kicks against us today. But the third one that come in, same again, just unopposed. And I don't know whether there's a lack of communication, whether the keeper thinks someone else is dealing with it or whatever, but to give them goals away like we did, I thought was poor. But actually, us creating chances and staying with it till the 95th minute, I can't really say too much that the boys have let me down. It's moments in the game, and I always talk about both boxes in any game of football, and that has been today. We've probably had more entries than them. We've probably had more efforts on target than them, but they've defended their box better than us. And the bottom line is they've managed to find themselves 3 goals tonight. So for me overall, I don't think we've played really poor. I thought it's quite a decent game of football. But as I just said to the boys there, that is so weak that we can't keep conceding them goals. And it's not just been now; this has been since the start of the season. So this isn't my problem. I mean, I brought Dave Winfield in, who I thought had a good debut and obviously scored a great header. But I just think I've got other issues that we can't. Other issues where we've got to stop conceding silly goals. And that was it, really. So I thought it was an entertaining game. But if you concede goals like that, you won't win games of football. And that's pretty much cost us today. And when you look at their end, I thought they've defended well, and we haven't been clinical enough.
Yeah, because my feeling at half time was both sides had chances, and it could have gone either way at that stage.
Yeah, I think it was like that all the way through. I think, I'll be honest, the way the game was today, even at 3-1, I felt if we'd have nicked one quite soon after that, we'd got the goal. 6 or 7 minutes to go, who knows? I fancy we might have even nicked something out of here today. That's how I felt. If you look at us, we missed 2 great chances in the first 5 minutes, where obviously we never got away and got a free shot off. But you have to give them credit. They've got back in and tried to get blocks on things. But I was really impressed with them today, defensively more than anything else. I felt when we got in the box and we looked like they protected their goalkeeper, and they got a lot of blocks on. And to be fair, if they hadn't, I think their balls end up in the back of the net. So they've defended resolute, and obviously their goalkeepers had to deal with pretty much anything we've thrown at them.
In terms of individual performances, I felt Sean Jeffers looked very lively. Really not created a lot of chances. His work rate is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it?
Well, it is, but it counts for nothing. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you impress, if you say one of my players done this well and that, it counts for nothing, because the bottom line is, it's great if you're creating chances and Billy's doing things and Jeffers is doing things, but you can't keep giving away silly goals. And if I'm one of them players there, I actually get a little bit frustrated, because I think, look, I'm trying to do my bit further up the field, but we are unfortunately getting beat by set pieces. Which really shouldn't be the case. I mean, when you look at, you've got the likes of how big we are as far as centre halves, and we've got a lot of experience in there. But at the moment we're not getting the. I think some of us need to be playing better, and I think if we do that individually, as I said to my players there, you've got to keep clean sheets, give yourself a lifeline. And that lifeline might be in the 93rd minute, might be in the 85th minute, but you don't give yourself a lifeline if you keep conceding silly goals. And we come out second half and a free kick, which I didn't think was a free kick, but whatever, the lads hit it. And then 5 minutes later, another free kick, they float a ball in the back post and we let him have a free header. So he's been unopposed, and basically the goal's at his mercy. So from that, we're 3-1 down. We kept trying to change it. We changed the system probably 4 or 5 times out there, just to try and force something out of the game. And you know, we brought Andy Fennell on. I thought the substitutions done okay. Andy Fennell come on, Alex Osborne and Johnny Giles, and I thought they all contributed. But for me, that's a mission for them to try and pull that game back in the circumstances of being 3-1 down.
Okay, so on to next Saturday, you're off to Tunbridge Angels, a side who have so far found it very difficult at this level. Have you had a chance to have a look at them at all?
We always do our due diligence. We're always out there looking and doing what we need to do. And, you know, that's not why we're losing games of football. We're losing games of football on in my opinion, on individual mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what we're losing games of football on. So, you know, we always do our due diligence. We have all the own work done on them. No doubt they do at this level. That's what you have to do. And we sit here on a Tuesday and Thursday and watch clippings like we do. So we do everything we can. But same again, I think you can do all the preparation in the world, but if we're going to concede the goals I've seen again here today, unfortunately your preparation can't deal with that situation. So we have to not worry about Tunbridge, we have to worry about how can we stop the situation and the goals that we're leaking at the minute.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time, Rob.
No problems, appreciate it.
Cheers.